Can you talk a little bit about broadcast.com? Because what is so commonplace today was revolutionary in the 90s. And I don't know if everybody on this call knows about that.
Yeah, so effectively, me and my buddy from college, Todd Wagner, started the streaming industry. One day there was not streaming, the next day there was. Todd and I went to school together at IU, and we would get together all the time. And one day we're having lunch at California Pizza Kitchen, and it's like early 1995. God, I can't believe it's gone by so fast. So we're talking, he's like, this new internet thing, there's got to be a way we can listen to Indiana basketball as an example, because we're down in Dallas, we're still Indiana basketball fans, and there's no way really to listen to the games. And this is before satellite took off or regional sports networks took off. And I'm like, you know what? My last business was networking, local and wide area networks, connecting PCs together. Let me see if I can figure this out. So we started a company called AudioNet, and I financed it myself and put up all the money, which at the time was like 250 grand, which was huge for me. And I bought a Packard Bell Pentium computer and downloaded all this stuff to make, to start figuring it out. And we got to a point where I found a local radio station who was going to let me connect an 8-hour VCR. Hold on.
Are you going to show us the VCR?
Well, I'm going to show you the tapes.
Okay, let's see this.
So these tapes literally started the whole streaming industry. So we would take KLIF from, oh my God, August of that year, August 10th. And so we would take an 8-hour VCR and go down to this radio station, connect it to the board, and then I would bring these tapes back to my house and go through this process known as encoding, which would convert it into a digital format. And then we'd go online to Prodigy and AOL and IMs and Usenet boards and tell everybody, look, if you're interested in anything Dallas, and you have a PC with a dial-up modem and you download all this software, you can listen to these things on demand. And I started going out and doing it, and we still couldn't do live yet. And we got 10 users one day, then we got 100, then 1,000. And we're like, oh my God, this is just taking off on its own. And so we started building it. We went from one radio station and adding more and more and more. And this is before you could do video. Then we got to doing live audio, so we could connect to all these radio stations. And back then, you could just go into a CD store, buy a CD, and then encode it and put it on our servers because the copyright laws were different. So by the time 1997 rolled around, 2 years in, we had 400 internet radio stations. We had police scanner radio. We had a CD jukebox where you could listen to almost any song. And here's a fun fact. Matchbox 2020, their first big CD, we broke it on AudioNet, and that's how they started selling the CDs and really helped turn it into a hit. And so then we got video and live streaming. And so then we went public in July of 1998. It was the biggest IPO in the history of the stock market at the time. We had added video. I mean, literally, we were the streaming industry. We were Pandora, Spotify, YouTube, you name it, all built into one. We were crushing it. Millions of people were coming to the site. It was really cool. The stock did phenomenal. And then we sold it to Yahoo. And then the stock market bubble burst. And when the internet bubble burst, Yahoo freaked out and just pulled back on everything and just, put it into oblivion, basically. I mean, it's still in use as part of Yahoo Finance and some other things on Yahoo, but they really blew it. I mean, we literally dominated the whole streaming industry back then, but it turned out okay for me.
Yeah, I think it did. You ended up selling, what did you say?
We ended up selling it for $5.7 billion in stock in July of 2000.
We talk a lot about in this group about successes and failures. Is that when you felt the most successful?
No,
or when you think about it, when do you think you were the most successful?
I just always looked at success differently. To me, when I was broke, I was doing great, because I was having fun every day. I woke up with a smile. I was fired up. It was going to be a good day. And, I was with my friends. I was loving every minute of it. I mean, and then when I started my first company, it was probably then when I sold my first company, we sold it for $6 million. $1 million of that went to the employees. We had 80 employees. And then I brought in a partner in. And so I got 2 and he got 2 after taxes, basically. And so I probably felt the most successful then because I bought a lifetime pass on American Airlines afterwards, retired, and I was 30 and got a place in Manhattan Beach and lived right on the Strand with two roommates that, because I was planned on traveling, so they helped keep everything together, and I charged them a little bit of rent. And I just partied like a rock star. Oh my God. All I did was take that lifetime pass and go everywhere I possibly could. So, you know, so when I sold it for all that money, it was more about the freedom that the money got me. I'm not gonna lie, you know, having that money, it's still surreal. It's unbelievable. It's reality, but you know, I'm glad it's me, but it's, you know, what I've learned is if you're sad when you're broke, even if you make a lot of money, you're still going to be sad. If you've got a good attitude and you're happy and you're loving life when you're broke, when you make money, it's even more fun.